Hey everyone, it's Tony here with Nerds Never Sleep, and it's time for the Weekly Roundup. This week, you may have noticed, I am a piece short. I kind of had a really busy end of my week, beginning of this new week. So I am already behind currently, and I fell behind last week as well. Now, Saturday, I didn't get a chance to post because I was out all day and into the night at the Connecticut Renaissance Fair. Again, they had a Halloween event out there, so we kind of went and we did all that cool stuff. It was a fun time. It was a little rainy, a little dreary, a little cold, but we made it through, and it was a cool time. They had some flaming sword fighting, stuff like that, flaming whips in the middle of the night. You know, they set it all up like a death battle. It was dark, like lights, all the black lights, stuff like that. Really cool. It was a fun time, and a good way to have the final weekend of the Ren Fair. So, wish the weather was a little bit more cooperative, but had a good time still. Sunday was pretty busy as well. There's a lot of stuff going on here at the house. A lot of things moving around, a lot of things leaving the house, a lot of new stuff coming in. So I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to work around the next couple of weeks. And, you know, after that, things should start kind of falling back to normal. I'm going to be moving everything around in this room, all kinds of good stuff. But I'm still going to be giving you guys some cool figures every day. This week, I had some really great pieces. Something I hadn't, to start things off for the week, something I hadn't opened for a long time, was this really big Ben Presto figure. And this is the BWFC series by Ben Presto. And this is obviously Bakugo. And this is from the anime tone. What these figures are is they're basically really giant prize figures. They're not Masterlized figures, but they're as big as them. This thing is actually very heavy, and he looks awesome. I love the way they did this one. The face looks really cool. Not as fan of as much as the other two that came with it. They did Todoroki, who always just kind of looks really plain. And they did Deku as well. So I may actually pick up Deku to pair with him because the Deku one doesn't look that bad. But they did several different paint tones on these. So they did what was called the brush, which is more like a paintbrush style. The anime, which obviously looks like they came out of the anime. The black and white. And then I forget what the fourth tone is, but I know there were four of them, and it is the same thing with the newer set, which is I believe it's called the dioramic set, which kind of has the character with like the letters with like boom or smash or something like that on the character's base. So those are something else I'm looking to pick up next as well, because they do look very dynamic. But again, a very cool piece, and he is quite big. So if you want a big Bakugo, I'm definitely looking at something like this because he is on the cheaper side compared to something like a large quarter scale, and even cheaper than actually the Masterlized stuff. So definitely looking to get one of these if you want a larger size Bakugo. That looks pretty damn good. Twin Tuesday. Went back to one I kind of forgot about in the shuffle. I had done this set a while ago, the Fujin Raijin, basically Wind God, Thunder God set of the 4 girls from ReZero, which was, at the time, I did Ram, Beatrice, and Amelia. And I kind of forgot that I had Rem. She was kind of down at the bottom. So I pulled her out, opened her up, and was super excited to see that she actually does have her horn on her head. So she is in her Oni form, her demon form, and I love that because any statue that has her with her horn out, definite win for me. So I was really happy with this one. She looks really good, and the pose is really cool as well. Now, Waifu Wednesday. I'm going to horror the next couple weeks. I'm going to try to lean more into the horror stuff the next couple weeks. So last week I did Chucky and Tiffany from Kotobukiya's Bishoujo line, and this Wednesday I did Freddy Krueger, obviously gender bent, from Kotobukiya, again in the Bishoujo line. Now, you notice I have her upside down on her base here. This is actually this and Friday's figure are the first releases of the Kotobukiya Bishoujos in the Freddy vs. Jason line, and there were problems with their bases. They were just a little tiny magnetic strip that you had to go through the base, basically. And they just didn't really hold very well. Didn't hold the figure up very well. They didn't stay very well. So this thing, she comes right off of it. They did rectify this problem with the newer versions, and they kind of made this just like a base that was attached to them. So as you can see here, she's very, very wobbly and very unstable. So I actually flip this one over and make direct contact with the magnet, so she does stabilize a lot better. Jason, on the other hand, she holds up pretty well because she's a more stable and heavier figure, but we'll get to that one in a minute. So, still one of my favorites. These two were the ones that kind of kick-started the horror Bishoujo line that is extremely popular. And I'm going to be doing some unboxings from that set this week as well, and next week leading into Halloween. So I realized I actually do have 6 of the horror Bishoujos that I still have not unboxed. So you guys are in for a little bit of horror stuff this week and next week coming up. Thursday went into brought Rimuru out for Reincarnate on a Thursday. Now, this is the companion piece to Diablo that I highlighted last week, which was the Demon Kingdom, I believe the translation is called. And this one is really, really cool because he's kind of in like almost like samurai garb with his katana. Looks really awesome. I dug this one a lot. And I do actually have the variant of this one as well, which was the last prize of him in a white and blue costume as well. So maybe unboxing that sometime soon to kind of put him up with the rest of the set. And Figure Friday, of course, already covered this, went with Jason from the Freddy versus Jason Bishoujo line from Kotobukiya. And again, this is a pretty awesome piece. She has a hair coming off of her. She's just beefy looking. She's not an overly girly girl looking Bishoujo, which is definitely an unusual thing. I mean, she's definitely sexy, but unlike a lot of the Bishoujos, I mean, other than maybe like She-Hulk and stuff, she's ripped as hell. She's got, 6-pack abs right here. She's muscular. She's a little bit more built, you can kind of tell, than a lot of the Bishoujos. And I really dig that they did that because they kind of gave her a more imposing presence, even though they still kept her very pretty. I love the details on it. The coat looks really cool. I love that she has the machete and the axe. The mask actually came out really great. And the way the details are in the muscle and stuff, just when the lighting hits this, it looks really, really good. I do wish the cuts on the bodies, even on Freddy 2, were a little bit more detailed, maybe like a gouge or something, rather than it's just painted on. But again, these were the very early ones, so I got to give a little bit of leeway there. But that's it for the weekly figures. I did again miss Saturday, but I am going to show you guys all of these right now so you guys can get a better look at what we checked out. All right, so you guys had your look now at all of the figures that I showed this past week. Now, quite a few of these you guys probably didn't even see. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the video, due to YouTube's algorithm hating anime boobies. Freddy and Jason both got railed in their reach, and it's mostly because, again, anime titties offends YouTube. So everything else, did okay. But I am noticing lately that if I do post an anime statue with cleavage or something like that, YouTube throttles the reach on that, and the rest of my videos for that week really suffer. Whereas I was getting 1,000 or 2 per short, now I'm not getting nearly any of that because I think they're flagging things. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to figure it out. I may actually just stop doing shorts here on YouTube altogether and just use shorts for TikTok and Instagram Reels and show you guys them on the weekly roundups here on YouTube every week. This week, I actually did also do a video game unboxing. I did the Street Fighter 6 Collector's Edition and did a separate video for some of the pack-ins for that because it actually did come with 2 Good Smile Papa Parade figures, and they were like legit figures. So I did a separate unboxing for those on the channel as well because, as you know, I do cover Papa Parades here on the channel, so I wanted to give them their fair due. And they were freaking awesome. For being pack-ins with a collector's edition, they were so awesome. I wish they would do more like that. But check out those unboxings and reviews on the channel. And this week, I'm going to try to get more stuff out. Again, more horror-themed stuff the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing a couple of polls on the different socials to have you guys kind of vote on what you want to see as well. But as far as my picks of the week, I gotta go with Jason as far as the higher end stuff. And because I don't want to move Freddy and knock her over, I'm gonna leave her there. But I'm definitely going with this Bakugo for my lower tier pick of the week because he's a big boy and Bakugo is the man. I love him. So I definitely, again, recommend this one. I mean, honestly, you can't really go wrong with any of these. These are all really amazing pieces. But I got to give it up to Jason and Bakugo for my picks this week. Again, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to try to make this one a little bit short. Stay tuned for the updates. Not sure what I'm going to be giving you guys this week. It's kind of all up in the air. Like I said, things are going to be kind of crazy here for the next several weeks. They've been kind of crazy here for a while. Should start to mellow down soon. So stay tuned. I'll be making sure I update you guys with any of the stuff going on. I do have the J. Scott Campbell Fairy Tale Fantasies Red Riding Hood from Sideshow to open as well this week. So I just needed to clear off some space up here in my Sideshow area. I put a new shelf in on that side of the room. So I got to kind of shift everything down now to make room in my J. Scott Campbell corner up here. But I will be doing that sometime this week, I think. Possibly next week. We'll see how time works. And yeah, hopefully you guys liked checking out these. Hope you saw some of the ones you didn't get to see. And yeah, follow on, everywhere now. Every social. And I have also been posting to Rumble because people have been asking me to start posting on there because there's not enough nerd stuff on Rumble. So I don't get any political stuff going on there. I just put out my nerdy content. Hopefully everyone watches it over there and they enjoy it too. But again, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.